Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the AEW Rampage review for the 28th of January 2022. AEW continues to be pretty decent most of the time. At least half the show is watchable most weeks on both of their main programs. I will say that this Rampage was better than many, and so that's a good thing. Anyway, so hosted by Excalibur, Taz, Ricky Starks, and Jericho. Don't need that many people, but whatever. John Moxley defeats Anthony Bowens, 12:02. Caster has a good rap. Moxley's wife hasn't called him back yet. Anyway, he says he's going to send Moxley back to the garbage indies. Moxley knocks Caster out right away, and Bowens gets taken down with a German suplex to kick things off. Moxley then takes the fight to the floor, brawls with Bowens all over the arena. They fight on the floor a long time. Bowens sets up Moxley's arm into the ring post back in the ring. Bowens then works over Moxley's arm again, getting a near fall with a Russian leg sweep. Moxley then comes back with a standing vertical suplex and sends a kick off to Caster and trapping Caster and Bowens. Hits a rolling forearm ripcord neckbreaker, near fall, and then Bowens hits a swinging neckbreaker. We go to commercial. We come back from the break. Bowens then is perplexed by all this. Goes from the top rope to a near fall. Moxley then hits a backdropping Bowens in taking out Caster. Tope dive. Bowens then catches Moxley with a twisting hanging DDT in the ropes. Near fall. Moxley comes back with a jumping pile driver for near fall. Moxley then tries sunset flip, but Bowens counters with the basically roll up that is most notable for the British Bulldog Bret Hart match from SummerSlam '92. Moxley escapes that. Bowens then gets another near fall after an inverted Uranagi for the run there. Bowens then goes for the boombox. Referee Aubrey Edwards takes it away, allowing Caster to slip Bowens the chain. Moxley takes Bowens down with a cutter. Moxley then clotheslines Caster out of the ring, and then he hits a run-in. There's a lariat on Bowens, and then finishes Bowens off with a paradigm shift. And then ultimately, post-match, Bryan Danielson is shown watching the match in the back and watching TV like a regular person. Nyla Rose cuts a pre-tape promo about her match with Ruby Soho at Dynamite. That match has been made for Chicago. I don't know. Nyla Rose is another one. If they cut, I don't think it would matter. It's been a failed experience. Speaking of failed experience, Andrade and Jose find Gabriel in the locker room with a contract for his boss Sting to sign. Here is the kid. Finally, nice to meet you. And then Alan's not interested. Alan pulled a bat out from under his chair, and Andrade leave with his henchman in tow. FDR with Tully Blanchard defeat Lee Johnson, Brock Anderson. 9:10 of this aired. Beautiful mat work from Anderson and both members of FDR. Early, Cash Wheeler, it basically says that is the son that Arn Anderson wanted. And then Lee Johnson gets tagged and hits a dive on Wheeler. Gets backdrop over the top by Anderson into Dax Harwood. Johnson gets near fall off a high crossbody and going to the commercial break. Back from the break, Johnson hits a hangman neckbreaker on Harwood. Gets tagged to Anderson. Clotheslines both men of FTR. And then Anderson hits Dr. Bomb for near fall, and Wheeler hits DDT. Haywood counters Anderson, catapults Johnson into a Gamagiri. Johnson hits DDT on Wheeler, and Johnson hits a frog splash for near fall. On the floor, Brock Anderson gets into it with Tully Blanchard, and who turns right into Arn Anderson, knocking him out with the right hand. Back in the ring, Johnson catches FTR in the corner. hitting him with a spike pile driver for a pinfall. Match is certainly one of the better matches in a while, but who wouldn't think that with FTR in there with guys that can work with them? Another Mercedes Martinez Thunder Rosa video package. Basically, there's a bunch of, trash talking for about a month here. Hopefully, it leads up to a match. Match is signed for next week's Rampage. Serena Deeb is also highlighted destroying people and then smiling, so that's a good thing. Jade Cargill with Smart Mark Sterling defeats Julia Hart with Griff Garrison to retain her championship. TBS titles being defended on TNT. And anyway, so Cargill is the longest winning streak in the company. Hart wrestles with an eye patch after being blinded by Malachi Black a few weeks ago. Cargill catches Hart with a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker after an elbow and a near fall. Cargill tries to do some push-ups and sit-ups. Hart then goes to the clothesline and bounces off of Cargill. Hart makes a brief comeback but doesn't go anywhere. Powerbomb attempt and a Huracan runner for near fall. Cargill immediately pops up with a pump kick and finishes Hart off with the Jaded. Excalibur pushed the pump kick coming from Hart's blind side. Cargill's 26-0, and they are playing with her undefeated record now as though she can't be beaten. Main event promo tag teams involved in the main event stand around while the announcers talk. This is just a waste of time. Anyway, time for the main event, and we have preview for Dynamite on Wednesday. CM Punk and MJF and Nyla Rose, Ruby and Pac. I'm not necessarily sure I'm a fan of that, but anyway. Mercedes Martinez, Thunder Rosa finally go at it next week's Rampage. Jay Lethal, Ricky Starks go at it for the FTW Championship as well. Our main event is Jurassic Express with Christian Cage. Why is he still out there? Defeating Private Party with Matt Hardy. Why are they still employed? For the Tag Team Championship, 10:45. Gun Club is shown watching from ringside. They get into it with Jurassic Express as they're going to the ring. Champs get distracted. Private Party takes out Advantage and takes the Express to the floor. Party gets Jungle Boy in the ring and hit the gin and juice for near fall. With only a few seconds into the match, Jungle Boy avoids double leg drop from Private Party to get a tag to Luchasaurus. Private Party drops to the floor with Luchasaurus giving chase. On the floor, Hardy catches Luchasaurus with a chair and a knee, and the Private Party gets control. Back in the split screen, Andrade and Jose are shown following a lucha from a luxury box hockey spot, basically. Luchasaurus tries to walk on into the corner with Private Party holding his legs and dragging both of them behind him. Luchasaurus makes tag to Jungle Boy, hits a bunch of dives on Private Party. Isaiah Cassidy catches Jungle Boy with an enziguri for near fall. Then they continue going that way. Jungle Boy winds up on Luchasaurus' shoulders and catches Cassidy coming off the top. Power slams him on the shoulders for near fall. Private Party catches Luchasaurus with silly string for near fall. Jungle Boy locks on the snare trap on Cassidy. Mark Quinn breaks that up. Top rope shooting star press. Private Party then goes for the gin and juice again. Jungle Boy counters into a Canadian Destroyer. Jurassic Express hit the Thoracic Express on Quinn for the pinfall win. After the match, Gun Club runs in, lays out the champions, and that's where we're going next, I suppose. Overall, not a bad Rampage. I still like Rampage because it's a tight 1 hour show that doesn't insult your intelligence. We'll be back with more right after this.